Hello folks, Bradley is back. Yes, I'm back with another painting from 1998 to 2013. The title of this piece is called Welcome to Paradise. It's a sizable canvas, 18 by 24. Let me get a drink of my pineapple juice. I'm kind of battling allergies, so it's terrible. Anyway, I got a different lighting system, so this one's a little brighter, a little more colorful, things of that nature. You can't see the lighting, it's right above. So basically, I kind of start, like I said before, I kind of just wing it through my paintings. I really don't have a particular story. I kind of just think about the sky first, whether it be a winter painting, a summer painting, a fall painting, spring, whatever it might be. So what I wanted to do in this one is just have a beautiful blue sky with just basically wispy little white clouds floating through, stuff like that. I'm not sure if you can pick this up, but there's actually some black specks on this screen. They're actually just eagles and stuff, birds flying through and stuff like that. Remember, we're in nature. So basically you got to kind of add all kinds of weird little animals and flying things and stuff like that. So I kind of like the way I did the sky, right? I think it turned out pretty good. I'm not sure how it's gonna look when I post this on my YouTube channel later on tonight, but I think it looks pretty good on my initial video that I'm recording right now. Okay, now we're gonna talk about the background. Okay, you look really way back here. Teeny little, like I always said, distance is important. Composition is important. You know, you've got to create some kind of a depth on your painting. Of course, this is the foreground, the background. Oh, the background right here, really. So all these tiny little things you see right here, just little pine trees back there. You can make them, you can pick them out. They're like pointy things. And then of course you got the larger pines, which are closer to the shoreline. And of course, if you look real closely, you got all these twigs and stuff coming up. You know, dead trees, branches, stuff of that nature. You know, all kinds of weird stuff. You got to kind of add all kinds of detail back here. It's really important. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to pick this up when you view this video later on, but if you look at it real closely, you can see all the stuff way back there, man. There's a whole line of pine trees and even further ones behind those. And then, of course, you got this pink tree right here. I decided to put something colorful right here. This is actually kind of like a pink blossom type tree. I'm not sure why I did that. That's kind of like a fall color or something, maybe. And so I really had a lot of fun doing this painting. Of course, you got this little rock formation right here, and that's a little closer to the bottom, the foreground. Of course, you got the bigger pines here, you know, and then you can see the smaller ones here. If you look real closely up here, these are dead branches coming out right here. I'll get my pointer out of the way. You know, there may be a tree behind these pine trees. You know, these are the dead branches. Kind of, there's no leaves on them, stuff like that. You can kind of see them. They're all kinds of little twigs and everything like that. So don't worry about it. They're behind these pine trees. You don't have to worry about that. And of course, I wanted to create some kind of like a slanty, grassy area going down to the shoreline of the lake, right? Excuse me. Time for a pineapple drink again. Otherwise, I'm going to cough. So I have all these rock formations on the shoreline. You got these little grass sections, you know, cascading down to the shoreline. You got all kinds of little flowery things right here. I mean, you know how I paint basically. So you can see all this detail right here. This is all shoreline detail right here. And if you look real close, it's highlighted, of course. And 4 minutes, not that bad. 4 minutes, that's not too bad right now. God, I wish I didn't have these allergies. It's really frustrating to try to talk and not cough at the same time. It's frustrating as hell, folks. I took some Benadryl this afternoon, and that just about knocked me out for 4 hours. I managed to stay awake. And then, of course, you got this pink tree. It kind of matches the one that's actually over here. I wanted to put a little more color in some of these particular areas, so it kind of stands out a little bit more. Of course, you have your gnarly pine trees, which are pretty much dark green, with just some highlights on them, stuff like that. They're kind of pointy looking. You know, this one goes way up over the entire off the canvas over here. So basically, I kind of like the way this turned out. It's kind of cool looking. When I look at it from this view over here, I like the reflections, the way I did the reflection, of course, in the water. And the shoreline reflections, all the dark stuff like right there. The pine tree reflections, of course, going into the water. You got the highlights from the sky in the water right here. That's just, you know, water break, stuff like that. Rock formations popping out of the water. You know, that's what all these white things are down here. They're just taking reflections off the sky back here. All these particular clouds and stuff like that. So I really put a lot of work into this painting, man. Here's some more reflections from these pine trees right here, straight down. And you got all these, it's really hard to see all the detail I put on this painting. Unless you look at it closely in person, you can kind of go, you know, that's not too bad. And then of course on this side over here you got more rock formations, reflections off the sky right down there. The shoreline right over here, you know, sandy spots, rocks popping up, you know, and there's pine trees right behind them, stuff like that. I mean, I can sit here and explain everything, but I mean, you just gotta kind of look at the detail and go, how did he do that? How did he do that? You know, I haven't had much comments lately on some of my videos. There is a couple people who do comment on my paintings, which is kind of really nice. I do appreciate that very much. We're at about 6.5 minutes. We got lots of time, man. I seen they have my voice back intact here. I kind of like the way I did over here too. If you look over here, I like all these bushes and big gnarly pine trees way back there, man. It's like it's a little bigger than normal, but I wanted to kind of, oh my God, there's so much detail in this painting, folks. I really went to town, particularly on this particular area right in here, and right where the shoreline is, and the reflections in the water, stuff like that. You see all these black things coming out of the water, like right here? Those are just rocks popping out of the water. You know, if you go to any stream or lake, you always see rocks popping out of the water, you know? They're not completely submerged, you know? I always try to kind of make my paintings a little bit fun and interesting to look at. A lot of people kind of, you know, they don't put as much detail as they should have, but I love detail, like I told you before. Detail is really important for me. But on this side over here, of course, you can actually see the lake down here too. That lake is actually coming down further, and you can see the blue down there. That's actually part of this whole lake right there. So I had to actually come all the way down, and who knows, it's probably going to go that way somewhere. That's why it's right here, and then it's going to go way over there. I'll let you look at the painting for a second. I'll try to explain that way. That way you don't have to see my poker and stuff like that, and you know, you can kind of look at the painting and make your own judgments on it. And like I said, all this stuff on the other side over here is just basically rocks, formations right there, you know, shoreline formations, stuff like that. And then now as you get down to the foreground, right down there, get some more juice here. Only if I can get through this painting without coughing. Okay. I wanted to try to bring out some of the bushes. Like you can see a lot of the reds, a lot of the greens, bushes, twigs coming up off the ground in between the bushes and twigs. Between the bushes. You can actually see some of these stuff right there. If you look really closely, you can actually see all these twigs and stuff. Like I said, I like to add detail. I love it. I love detail. I love detail. I like to add something most people won't add to their paintings. You know, they're just line to brushes, stuff like that, to create these really fine, super lines. You know, that kind of resemble, you know, dead twigs coming off trees and stuff like that. If you go out in nature, you can see lots of dead, just branches hanging off trees with no leaves on them and stuff like that. That's really what this represents, all this stuff right here. It's just kind of like just trying to make it as realistic as I can. You know, it's just a painting. It's not going to be perfectly realistic. You know, that's hard to capture. Only the true masters can do that. You know, I'm just more of a weekend warrior painter. So you can see all the browns and the greens, kind of fallish colors. Here's some more dirt sections down here at the bottom of the foreground. You know, you can see the dirt. This is all dirt down there, my signature. Rock formation. I mean, there's so much stuff. I could point out 500 different things on this painting, but, you know, you got to stop somewhere with the dialogue. So basically, I mean, I'm looking at all the detail, and I'm kind of trying to figure out, should I talk about that section or this section, or just let you look at it and let me explain certain things. Trying to explain everything is really hard to do because, you know, most people are not going to be able to see all the detail and wonder why I put so much detail in there. This is because, like I said before, I'm really heavily into detail. You know, I like this section right here. See all this right here? This is actually rock formations behind the pine trees. You know, it's kind of like there's a mountain range or like a big, I don't know, a sloping cliff section or something. Same with the one right over here. Goes down to the shoreline there. So basically, I just kind of like, so basically, I said basically again. I can't believe that. I'm going to have to get that out of my vocabulary. But I'll let you sit and look at it. Of course, I got my ambient music in the background, kind of offsetting the painting. So I like that music in the background just because it kind of like just sets up the painting and when I'm talking about the painting. Sort of like, I don't know, space type music, ambient, dark ambient type music. It's kind of like thumping space droning, or whatever you want to call it. I'm not even sure what you would want to call this. I found it kind of interesting and decided to use it in all my videos. My painting videos, my sculpture videos, things of that nature. And of course, I think you saw my Galen recently. I posted that a few days ago. And that's my little sculpture, that Hobbit figure. And then, of course, Bubbles the clown about a week earlier than that. And of course, you see my other videos too, Penny and, you know, my Rowan videos and, you know, Spidey Presents and stuff like that. But, you know, take a look at the painting and see what you think. We're up to about 12 and a half minutes. I'm going to go about another 6 minutes on describing the painting, and that's about it. You know, I'm going to try to clear my throat out a little bit. It sounded kind of disgusting. So, it kind of sucks when you have to take a Benadryl every day during the allergy season, you know, with pollen and stuff like that. Terrible, man. Yeah, just look at it. I think it turned out pretty good. I think I could have done a better job over here though, but it still turned out pretty good. Back when I was painting, of course, you know, you try to make it as realistic as you can. I like the section right here where the land kind of comes out into the lake, and there's bushes on top of the land. So basically, it's kind of like just, you know, here's the other shoreline, and it kind of comes out into the lake. You got the dark spots here, which are just reflections off the shoreline. You know, you got to have, I don't know, some more water. All right. Well, this review ain't going, this description ain't going too bad. I'm going to try to do a rowing video tonight, too. Excuse me. Yeah, I like this. I'm looking at it from behind the painting towards my webcam. See, I'm actually here. A lot of people go, hey, where in the hell is he? I'm here. Trust me, I'm here. You can see me flapping my wings right here. But like I said about 25 times, I like the detail I put into this painting. It took a lot of work. I couldn't even give you a rough estimate how many hours I put into this painting. You know, like I said before, I really don't keep a record book or log of how many hours I spend on the sky, and then, you know, maybe 10 hours on the sky, then maybe 4 or 5 hours right in this section, or 8 hours or something like that. I just don't do that. You know, once it's done and I'm satisfied with it, I just slowly move down the painting to the front, you know, the foreground down here. You know, and a lot of people, I find it really tedious to basically keep a accurate log of how many hours you put on a painting. I just don't think that's necessary. I think your work will just speak for itself, and there's enough said, right? Enough said. So basically, I kind of like just like to paint. Come up with a story, even if it's just a basic run-of-the-mills type story. I just like to do that anyway. I don't need to, you know, like I said, keep a record. There's no point to it. Once you got a painting done, that should be the end of it, right? Sign it, have it reproduced so you can make copies for people, sell them, stuff like that. A lot of people don't realize I actually sold a whole bunch of prints from some of the other paintings I've done over the years. I actually had them for sale on different, like eBay and all those other type of sites that sell artwork and stuff like that. I didn't sell a lot. I just kind of did it as a little hobby or something like that. I was kind of really gung-ho back then about trying to make a little extra bucks on the side, but I really wasn't interested in doing that. That's a lot of work, folks. That is a lot of work, man. You know, besides painting the thing, you've got to bring it to a reproduction studio, and they got to, oh my God, they got to make prints and copies of it, even postcards, or whatever you want to do with it, man. Maybe I might do that again, but, I'm getting kind of old, so basically, I just want to paint and, just do what I like to do. Maybe if I'm so inclined in the future, I might do that. Maybe in the next half a year, 2 years or something, if I'm around. But, like I said, I really would appreciate it if you would say a couple nice, kind words about the painting on the description below on the YouTube channel. I know a lot of people won't say anything about it, but, I do have a couple people that do comment on some of my videos once in a while. Not many people seem to want to take the time to say, hey, beautiful painting. Hey, I like Spidey's new video, stuff like that. Very small amount of people. I don't know if it's too hard to type it on your keyboard or what, but, it's kind of tedious. I can understand that, but, like I said, if you want to give this a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the description on it, give me some comments. I really would appreciate it. Even if they're kind of, crappy comments, I still look at them. But like I said, I enjoy doing this a lot. It's just a hobby, folks. Just like when I make Penny the Lonely Clown videos, Butcher the Clown, Spidey Presents, my sculptures from the same time period, stuff like that. I just basically kind of like just to do stuff because I've always been inclined to kind of accomplish something in my life. Whether people like it or not, I just do it for the fun of it. I really don't have anything in mind other than that. I just basically kind of like to just create stuff, show off some of my skills. You may not appreciate it, but I put a lot of work into my videos. All those videos you see on my YouTube channel, a lot of work went into those videos, folks. Excuse me. A lot of work. You have no idea how much thousands of hours of time I put into those videos. And it's really not paid off, but it's just fun to do. Like I said before, it's just a hobby, really. I'm not really concerned about making money, so I just do it in my spare time since about 95% retired from my job. So basically, now I got more time than ever to kind of do more stuff. So, and one thing too, I'm actually working on a new painting. I put some work on it in the last 3 weeks, maybe about 15 hours worth of work on it. It's kind of a dismal winter painting. I'm going to show that to you pretty soon too. Maybe in its rough form. I'm not sure if I'm going to finish it first before I show it. I just kind of want to... It's actually turning out pretty good. I have no title for it yet. But basically, I should kind of show basically what it looks like. See, I said basically one again. Basically, what is the word... What is with me in the word basically? I don't even... Oh my God, that irritates me. Anyway, we're going to shut this video down. But like I said, if you want to comment on this painting, subscribe, hit the thumbs up, get the notifications turned on so every time I release a new video, you'll at least be informed that something new is coming out. It's up to you. Like I said, I'm not really concerned about that, but, it would be nice if I got a few comments, a few thumbs up, but, I'm not expecting a lot, so, but, maybe miracles will happen. But I'm going to get going. So we'll see you next time. Hopefully, maybe later tonight. Until then, you take care and watch the stars.